Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Third installment of Scott's Selections here for Tuesday, December 10th. For again today's play of the day. Quick recap of what happened yesterday. Picked up a loss in the NFL with Joe Burrow longest rush over 7.5 yards at -105 on DraftKings. Wasn't really that close. Burrow really didn't have any chances to run. Cowboys had a pretty weird defensive game plan from Zimmer, which I personally thought was terrible. But Zimmer decided we're going to spy Burrow the entire game, so we're not going to let him run. But we're going to leave Jamar Chase in one-on-one coverage the entire game. I don't really know what the game plan was. Point is, Burrow said, sure, I'm going to step up in the pocket and find wide open guys the entire game. Finished with 369 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and Chase had 14 catches for 177 and 2 touchdowns. Sure, congrats. You made sure Burrow didn't run. I don't really know what the game plan was there. I thought it was a really bad idea by Zimmer, and they lost the game. So picked up a loss there. Look for a winner here on Tuesday. For the extra play, though, I want to remind everyone it's a more pleasant website. So when you go to the website, the promo code WE H4 US Pride to get a quarter for purchase. Plus a reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the bell, so get notified there's an episode. And before the extra play, going to college basketball, get a game between Wisconsin and Illinois taking place at around 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And for this game, Illinois, the unranked team's actually favored in this game. But instead of the spread, we're going to go with a prop. We're going to go with Illinois to be leading at halftime and to win the full game at -130 in ESPN bet. Time recording of midnight Eastern Time. The Cubs are going to go with Illinois halftime, full-time in this game. First reason, looking at the actual market for the price, best line available is -130 here. Other best line is -145 on Bet365. So 15-cent disparity shopping around, definitely, I'd say, notable. So I'm going to take it now before the line potentially moves. Now, looking at the actual, I'd say, performance recently from both teams, not great, but Wisconsin might have been overachieving earlier this year. Entering the season, they were projected to be, I'd say, an average Big Ten team, and they were able to go undefeated. They won a tournament, but they've lost a couple games recently, have lost 2 straight. They lost their first road game of the season over the weekend to Marquette by 14 points. Illinois, though, did lose on the road to Northwestern in overtime, and I was a big fan of the quotes that Coach Brad Underwood said after the game. He called it the team's toughness, and he said, quote, I've gotten soft in practice, not as demanding as I should be. We could talk about it, we could work on it and practice it. We were one of the best, or one of the top teams in the country last year in rebounding missed threes. It's something we chart, something we track. We fell in love with it against Arkansas. We've got to find some guys tough enough to want to go offensive rebound. So I like the quotes in general. Illinois had a pretty underwhelming rebounding game against Northwestern, which caused them to say that. I think they bounce back here, especially at home, and put together a much more physical effort against Wisconsin, which should result in a pretty solid showing at home. To go through the actual numbers, according to KenPom, Illinois, despite being unranked, is better than Wisconsin. Illinois does rank 17th in defensive rating, according to KenPom, while Wisconsin does rank 87th, and Illinois is also elite at rebounding, despite last game, as they do rank 4th in rebounding rate, while Wisconsin does rank 127. I see a lot of problems, second chance points that Wisconsin's going to have to deal with, and I think that they're going to struggle in this environment, not to mention the fact Wisconsin has been awful against Illinois over the years. Illinois has won 8 straight games against Wisconsin, and the Badgers have not won a road game against Illinois since January 2019. You're going to give me a team awful loss in a game they probably should have won. Northwestern's not that great this year, mainly because they shot the ball terribly and they weren't great at rebounding in that game in particular. But I think that the coach's quotes are pretty, I'd say, important to me. I think that they're definitely a sign that they're going to show some toughness here. I think Wisconsin's not a good rebounding team, and I do think defensively Illinois should look sharp at home. But give me Illinois to look, I'd say, motivated to bounce back here at home, and I think the halftime, full-time is a good option. If you don't have that available, I don't mind the 6.5. 6.5, though, against a ranked team does feel a bit large. I understand it, but I'm going to play it safe in case the game gets interesting late. Give me Illinois to lead at halftime and to win the entire game. So once again, the play of the day here for Tuesday, December 10th is going to be on Illinois halftime, full-time at -130 on ESPN bet. Bye, everyone.